Embrace.
Always wanted to fight some of these. They should have run when they had the chance.
Need more time.
You won't survive that. Bleed, you filth!
Not enough hatred.
You want more?
Need more hatred.
You won't survive that. You won't survive that.
That was just a taste. Not ready yet.
Sweet revenge. Bleed, you filth.
My hatred is too low.
Darkness awaits you. Sweet revenge. Heal me.
just a taste.
The Rift Guardian is here.
I am returning to town.
Your trial.
Alright guys, hi, my name is Pirico Saint, here just recording my first video. Picked my Demon Hunter because I'm happening to be playing it right now, building it little by little. Let's see, I'm looking at here, I just did a Rift Run. You can see it if you want to play back to it, or just continue on with me with how I build my Witch Hunter, or Witch Hunter Demon Hunter. So we'll go over it real quick. The abilities, rather than build is your standard Unhallowed Essence. I'm not an expert at Witch Hunters. I mean, I just started picking this guy up. I barely played him. They're kind of cool. Reminds me of the Amazon back in Diablo 2. Not quite. It's like Amazon/Assassin mix. So I'm using Unhallowed Essence, which I think is probably the best item set that Demon Hunters have, just because it adds so much utility with combination multi-shot among other items. So right now this is the items I'm using, although I'm not sure I'm really liking it right now. So here are my stats. I'm only power around 700. This is non-season. Not a lot of time, so I just play non-season. Screw around. So I got the helm. Pretty standard. I'm trying to shoot for. I want to get as much resistance to all elements on all my items as possible. If I want to get perfect, as well as ancient. Like you see here, and also resource cost reduction. You spam multi-shot more. You got the chest, which is the first thing that dropped. The only one that's dropped for me so far. Once I get a better one, ancient one, you can make sure to get the discipline on it. And get rid of that Rain of Vengeance for resist all, which would be ideal. Since dexterity gives armor now, resist all rounds up your defenses. Alright, got a Hellfire Amulet. Toying around with this one as it gives me more fire damage since multi-shot is fire. It's main damage source, and then you want a passive increase your damage. Have steady aim. As you see by the gem in it, Bane and Trapped, as always, is pretty legit. I still have to work on getting some slows to do more damage sometimes, but I'm usually able to make use of the slows with, or the stuns with my Templar. Wraps of Clarity, which I'm not really sure I really like it. I mean, 30% reduced damage taken is pretty legit. See, my toughness is only 20 million. I shoot once, and I have 28 million, so I mean, that's not bad. I kind of want Reaper's Wraps better because it just flows more. I don't have to spam my material. Shut the hell up.
No.
There, shut him up. Reaper's Wraps I think are better, at least for what I'm doing, which is low G rifts in the 40s, as well as just straight up farming Nephilim rifts, Torment X. I just like it better because I get my resource, which is globes, so I kill a pack of monsters, a lot of globes pop out, I don't have to spam my my hatred generator, I just hit it once and keep spam multi-shot. Like it better that way. Gloves, I have, looking for ancient one of these, those are the stats you look for. A lot of people want resource cost reduction instead of vitality. You lose survivability for more multi-shotness. I mean, it becomes multiplicative, so it's not like you can reach 100% resource cost reduction. It's really hard. I'd say almost impossible without losing a ton of damage. Really, really hard. I haven't done the math, but it's probably pretty low. This is another item I'm toying with. I don't think it's bad. I like it because it gives me a lot more toughness, and I have evasive fire damage on it, which is my hatred generator. It's ancient as well. It's not bad. And primary skills attack 30% faster and deal whatever. I wouldn't say negligible because it does stack up conventional elements, but still, it's not your main damage towards multi-shot. I usually use, this is my witching hour. I mean, I get 11% more damage. I don't know. I kind of like it better too. I don't know. My gems or my rings. So I think you're supposed to also have resource cost reduction on this item instead of dexterity. This is what I got dropped. That's what I get for now. I'll switch over once I get an actual good focus or a different focus to switch out to what you see there from dexterity to resource cost reduction. The gem I'm using there is Molten Wildebeest Gizzard. I'd have it just because I'm still playing around with that third gem. I have a Tagux, which I'm leveling up. Like I said, this is a new Demon Hunter. I don't do high rifts yet, still working on it. Tagux is just kind of stressful to use when I'm just want to zone out and just farm Nephilim rifts to get those death breaths, just for fun. I rather just not have to worry about it, so I'm playing around with that third damage. I don't think this really helps due to how my build works. He's a helper in the beginning, but not so much anymore because I rely more on life on hit because of my passives, other passives. There's Ancient Pants. This is kind of the best I can get. I guess. I mean, it's pretty good. There's my Restraint. Same kind of thing. Low critical hit damage, 11% off, but it's good for enough for now. My gem is Zaystone and Vengeance, which is pretty legit for this build. You just spray multi-shot freaking everywhere, as you saw by the riff I just did. You don't really see it because everything dies so quick, but as I go higher, that stun is so freaking come in handy. Just like stun for a second, just so I can pull off like 3 or more, 4 more multi-shots, and then that procs Bane Trap when they're stunned. So nice little damage bonus there. Okay, so this is my Yang's Recurve. So this is pretty good, I'd say. Yang's Recurve when it's non-ancient Yang's Recurve. Resource cost could roll a little higher, but right now rolled on the high end of the damage, plus damage, and then plus 10% extra damage. I haven't rolled anything off on it yet, or re-rolled anything on it. I just added an extra socket to it, so it's 2700, which is okay. I mean, this is just fine. I think due to the fact that I stack so much discipline because of this build, it doesn't matter as much as it's not ancient. Although yes, I need to get ancient. I want ancient with 3,400. That'd be legit. So I have this one as kind of my go-to. I have one back here that I want to re-roll, but I don't really want to mess up on my ancient, or rather, I don't want to re-roll it with 50 Forgotten Souls and not see it not go ancient. It just gets disappointed. So I'm just trying to get Death Breaths and upgrade bows until I get an ancient one. Those are boots, ancient ones, pretty good. I want multi-shot damage on it, and then Dead Man's Legacy. Oh, so back to the bow. Sorry, the bow. You need it for the build. Whole crap, you need it for the build. Resource cost reduction. Freaking awesome. Makes everything cost less, so multi-shot obviously, and then your rolls, your vaults. That's awesome. You just have like infinite vaults. So you add that multi-shot, and then multi-shot attacks 50% faster. So you're just like, holy shit, going just firing off random. Just look at just shooting super fast. And then Dead Man's Legacy just combos great with this build. Like an ancient one of these, and slightly better attack speed and multi-damage. I mean, apart from that, it's pretty good. Multi-shot hits enemies below 58%, so you're hitting twice. So every time you shoot multi-shot, like 3 times a second. You're actually hitting 6 times a second when you reach 58% or below. Pretty freaking good. It took me forever to get this, and once I got it, it went off the charts. I mean, it was good before multi-shot and Yang's Recurve, sucky one that I had, which is this one. but it just takes off. Love it. Alright, so just a quick look at my damage. Critical hit chance is 50%, so you want to keep that parity, at least within 5, so my critical hit damage is actually kind of low. Let's see, I'm missing critical hit damage. I guess when I put my belt on it, it parries up really well. Cooldown reduction really isn't needed for this build, thankfully. Fire damage increase just because bracers and these could be better, obviously. Evasive damage, because why not? I guess Rain of Vengeance just happened to be on there. I'd rather reroll. Didn't have discipline, so I had to roll it on there. And 12 more discipline is 12 times 15, which is like extra 140%, 45% more, or something like that. 144%. Let's see, it's 160% more damage. So eventually I'll get a new one of those. Multi-shot damage increase is kind of low because I have it on my boots and my quiver. I mean, you can go up to 15% for each one. That would be 30%. So I mean, you can re-roll that, but it costs a lot, so I'm just not really worrying about it right now. Armor is super high because agility. Oh man, my resistances are so low. I can't figure out how to do that with Demon Hunter. How to get it high with respect to like my Monk, which has it high because the stupid passive Harmony is awesome, and then Witch Doctor, which just has a ton of resistance because of intelligence. Like I rely on my skills. So nothing really else to know. I mean, I have quite a bit of health due to my belt right now. Life per second because of Will Beast, not really needed. Life per hit is what I really use. I mean, that plus the multi-shot spam usually keeps me up alive. Life per kill is nice. Hatred cost reduction, there it is, 55.29%. In addition to fire damage, fire skills damage, or fire skills cost reduction, which I'll show in a second. Maximum discipline is 77, so 77 times, let's see what that is, 77, I believe it's like 1,300, so let's see, 77 times 15, 1,155 is the highest damage multiplier I can see. I have a couple more. I have 2 discipline here. Another 2 discipline players, 4. Max there, 4. I think that's it. So I'm missing 4 discipline, something like that. Yeah, 4. That's 45. Doing my math wrong. 30, 60%. 60% extra damage I'm missing, although. Yeah, I'll work on that. Let's see. Okay, so the cube. It's kind of like part of the items now. It's kind of another separate slot. Cube, Calamity, because freaking awesome. Mark for deck, 20% more extra damage. It's additive, but it's still, you know, you touch something, it gets it. Multi-shot touches everything, it gets it. 20% more damage. Just keep stacking that damage increase. Center coat, 30% damage. Resource cost of fire skills by 30%. So multi-shot, as you can see, you know, spamming that, spamming like crazy. Original cost was like 25. Can assure you that I'm getting a lot more resource cost reduction. It's like at the point of from 25 all the way down to 12 or 10 each shot. And then convention elements, because more damage isn't bad. You're really a glass cannon. You just go crazy. Like once that fire hits, you stack that hatred, fire hits, bam, you just unload multi-shot and everything just melts. Just melts. Okay. That's it for items, skills, and passives. We're looking at evasive fire. Apparently it's the highest hatred cost generator without adding any other passives. I used to use hunger and arrow. Serried arrow because it's one less. I mean, I used to use it because I shoot it in a direction, it would hit whatever. I'm using this one for now. It's not bad. Multi-shot Cernal, because 1, it's fire, and 2, it is the rockets. 3 rockets at 300% damage. They each deal 300% weapon damage as fire. Yeah. Combo that up with ballistics, increases damage rockets by 100%. I don't know if that goes from pretty sure that goes 300 to 400. It's additive, and then you start to shoot a rocket, which is great. Why not shoot more rockets? Yeah, so rockets everywhere, and they kind of shoot off in all directions. They can hit stuff behind you, and it's just whatever. Awesome, love it. Trail cinders. I've seen tumble because it kind of has the same thing. All this is fire, so it gets the fire reduction as well. I mean, this thing you can spam it. My discipline doesn't go down, and I just go crazy. And then whenever you do your hatred generator, now generates 1 discipline, thanks to your set bonuses. Oh, by the way, set bonuses. Generators generate 1 discipline. You gain 20% damage reduction, which is and deal 20% damage, which is pretty good when no one's within 10 yards of you. And then biggest one is your generators and multi-shot deal 15% increased damage for every point of discipline you have, which is at 1,155 that I have currently. So back to skills. This is the one I use for survivability. Smoke screen. Lingering fog is 1.5 seconds. That 0.5 versus the 1 second is just huge. Everything else kind of doesn't make me feel like I need it. Yeah. I've seen people use caltrops instead. I like lingering fog because I can just sit there and keep shooting or something, and then kind of dodge in and out, take it, run. I like it. Wolf Companion. I'm using Wolf Companion because I just need that 30% increased damage. 10 seconds when I see an elite pack, just pop it in and go. Probably, if your worry is not damage and more it's hatred, probably can go Bat Companion, and then when you get low, you have an extra store of hatred, and it makes your hatred go up faster slightly. It's not really that big noticeable difference. Alright, so the last one's mitigation, because I have 4 slots and I'm only using really 2 abilities, which is my hatred generator and hatred spender to proc focus and restraint. We got invigoration, which I found, I guess I haven't really looked at any builds, but I know I looked at it after this, but when I saw this, it was awesome. Preparation gives you 15 more discipline, so 15 times 15 is 225% more damage. That's pretty good. Yep. And then the discipline isn't bad. It's restore 30 discipline if you're vaulting too much for whatever reason. So passes are ballistics, because you're shooting off 1,000,000 rockets per second going everywhere, and you want to do as much damage as possible, so those probably end up doing as much damage, if not more, than the multi-shot itself. And I think because their rockets are part of multi-shot, they proc Dead Man's Legacy, so multi-shot, so they also hit twice, so it's just oh man, damage. Ambush, which I just started recently testing, and then I saw in the build where it just makes complete sense. You deal 40% additional damage to enemies above 75. So you have this range where you do 40% more damage, and then you have this kind of dead zone range between 75 and 58% in my case. That's only 17%. I mean, you can usually jump from 100 to 60 pretty easily on most mobs, unless they're a boss, and then it doesn't really take long to jump that little 15%. But yeah, so I do 40% more damage from 100 to 75, and then from 74.999 to 58 point something something. I don't know how where it is, but 58 to 75, I have a little bit of dead zone. But then 58 and down, I'm doing double damage pretty much. That's it's pretty cool. I like how that kind of works out. So this probably without that would probably be kind of when you take down trash mobs, but then gets completely useless against Rift Guardians or bosses with a lot of health. Awareness, because sometimes you just need those 2 seconds, or lifesaver of, oh crap, didn't see that coming, I don't feel like dying right now here, and I can regroup. 60 seconds, it's gone in no time. And then this is something I use that I don't see anybody else use a lot. I hate having full damage builds and then seeing my health go up slowly. I just can't. I get attrition down. Like, oh shit, I got all this damage, but these little hits or something that aren't avoidable, and I can't get my health up. This actually counteracts it quite a bit. I can probably get a lot more life per kill on secondary on items if I get lucky and increase that life per hit. Right now I have 35k. It's good enough. I'm usually at range and not getting hit. Usually it's you get hit and I fill it back up with the amount of multi shots that are doing. They're just spamming that. Most people use a different passive. They probably go Cola Weak. I see a lot of people use Cola Weak, which is probably would give me a ton more damage if I did it, but I'm not really struggling for damage right now. It's more survivability. And as I said before, my 5th passive, which is Steady Aim, which is the one where my damage is increased by 20% when no one's around me, which happens to be the same distance for the set bonus, which is this buff right here. So whenever that buff is taken away and not refreshing itself, I know that I'm not getting the 20% extra damage from the passive either. So that's kind of the build. This is my first video, guide video. I'll probably do one for my Witch Doctor, which I know pretty good. I put a lot of time into. I'll do one for my Monk, for my DPS Monk, but I'm not sure if I'll do one for my Healing Monk because that's kind of boring. I'll have to find a group to do it with because I can't solo stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Trying to do more streams. I stream usually late at night, so for all you late guys, on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm really usually streaming late night, so just the nights way into the mornings. So if you're bored and don't have anything to watch, feel free to check my channel out and see me screwing around either here or in Heroes of the Storm for now. Thanks for watching.